What's up, all my bullshitters? Thanks for joining us again this week live. Today I've got Cody with me.
Ha.
I got Jaro. And then me, of course. You already know that. And hey, look. Jaro has a not pink hat today.
He's not purple.
Right? Prime Day strikes again, right, guys?
The purple is gone.
Yeah. But now we have to look at Cody's face super up close.
I know. Tell me about it. This fucking camera is all the way across the table. Otherwise, it would be like all up in my shit.
All up in his shit.
All up in my shit.
I don't know what it is about these USB cameras. They seem to like to get you right up close and personal.
Yeah. But if I left it where it was at, you all could see how many pores I've got on my face.
Millions.
You could count them like the fucking stars in the sky.
Ew, I don't know if anybody wants that. Anyways, guys.
That's catch.
Fail.
Fail.
Harry Blade.
Anyways, guys. So, a couple of things. First off, Isaac just moved to El Paso, and he has a setup now, so he might be wanting to join our podcast here soon.
Okay.
Not as a permanent member, just as another guest.
Oh, thank God.
Ew, outsiders.
We don't like them.
God damn it.
And how's the baby coming?
Still not here.
What's the status? Oh man.
Don't know. It's we got a doctor's appointment today to see what the status of it all is, but no baby as of yet.
What was y'all's due date?
Friday.
Oh shit. So
it's coming.
Clock's a ticking, man. Clock's a ticking. Oh, by the way, I know this was on Monday, but happy anniversary.
Thank you. 2 years of marriage.
Look at you.
I obviously have no fear of commitment.
You recommend it?
Marriage?
Yes.
Yes.
We'll check back in a few years, see how that goes.
Yeah, we'll see how it is once the baby gets to toddler stage and can actually run around, and then it's like, no, fuck this.
Fuck you, Dad. I don't fucking care. You're 3. What are you doing?
Fucking flipping the table over and shit. What the fuck?
Dad, Uncle Efren told me to come and ask you, what is the C word?
Maybe I'll name the kid Richard so I can just constantly go, what the fuck, Richard?
Stop being a fucking dick, all right?
Damn it.
Old dick, huh?
Old dick.
Speaking of dick, you know that people are addicted to shit like that? Weird crap? Like dick?
Yeah.
They're called whores.
They're called hoes.
Tidy.
Hoes. Well, it depends on what kind of if they're paid for it or not. If they're not paid for it, they a hoe. If they paid for it, they a pro.
Ooh.
There you go.
Career right there, son.
Anyways, that was my shitty segue into our topic for the day. Addiction.
Like people with weird phobias and shit.
Phobias, addictions.
Like Efren, tell us about how you're fucking fucked up.
Which way?
I don't even want me to grab chips or what?
Huh?
You want me to grab some chips?
Oh, fuck you.
I was just about to say that.
Okay, so for those of you that have never heard of this disorder in my brain, it's called misophonia. It's it doesn't have to be chips or anything weird like that. It could be just about any kind of weird trigger sound that drives you nuts. But it doesn't just bother you like to the point to where you're like, oh, that sounds annoying, like nails on a chalkboard. It makes you want to physically hurt the person making this sound, even if they're a loved one. It's really fucked up in a lot of ways. Like, I mean, it's really messed up. Yeah. I've worked on it over the last couple of years. I used to not be able to sit next to somebody eating chips because I could hear them crunching, and that's one of my trigger sounds. It's basically a lot of mouth sounds and like drinking. Oh, yeah, like that. Yeah.
What about a blowjob? Does that bother you?
I don't really hear it that much. I'm kind of busy thinking about other shit.
Okay, watching porn and then there's like a blowjob happening. She's like,
Yeah. Yeah, if it's like too sloppy, like if it's like a bunch of fucked up noises like that, then it could throw me off. Yeah.
Ah, fuck.
0 out of 10 cannot fap.
I lost my Woody. God damn it! Not okay. Not okay.
only are her shoes on the couch.
Oh my god, that probably bothered the fuck out of me too. Like, get your fucking shoes on the couch, you dumb bitch. Get out of the house, I don't care. Even no manners.
So another thing I don't like is I don't like feet. Feet gross me the fuck out. So
What?
I would rather watch like if she's if you're watching a porn and her fucking legs are up in the air and shit and I can't see her feet, I'm good. But if her feet are front and center on the fucking camera like this and shit, and she's getting fucking nailed, I can't do it.
And there's people that like that shit as much as you hate it.
As much as I hate it, there's people that have that fetish. It's fucking.
There's opposing forces on each side.
I don't understand. I've never understood that. I've never understood. I mean, so the reason I don't like feet is I think they're gross. But not because like fungus or anything like that. Because think about it. What is the one part of your body that is closest to the ground at all times, touching everything everywhere you go? Granted, you have shoes on, but I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
These nuts.
These nuts.
Dude, you
the ground.
You must have some saggy nuts if they're closer to the ground than your fucking feet are.
Yeah, you old bastard.
Yep.
It must suck.
I was just leaving it open for that, so I'm glad one of you took it.
It must suck when you're when you have a hot day out in Iowa, stepping on your nuts and shit. Fuck.
Yep.
Got to tie them up and throw them over your shoulder.
Yep, exactly.
Let's go, boys.
They're like a secondary waistband.
There you go. Oh, you can make it into a coin purse, dude.
Coin purse.
Hey, you might as well make it useful, right? Well, I mean, technically, you're the only one that has made use of your balls thus far out of our group.
Yes.
The rest of us are just kind of there.
Yeah,
that is true.
I'm shooting blanks, so it's okay.
You're shooting blanks.
I guess so.
Oh well, it might just be both of y'all.
What the fuck?
It might just be both of y'all.
I don't know. It's weird. It comes out green. I don't understand.
Whoa.
That's normal, right?
Green and slimy.
Yeah.
And it has a weird, bad, rotten egg smell.
Like one of my nuts are like decomposing. Like, oh shit.
I've always thought I should maybe go see a doctor about it, but fuck that. They're expensive. Doctors in the U.S. are expensive.
No.
I feel like he'd kink shame me about it.
That what?
He'd kink shame me about it.
About what? One extent.
Never mind. Fuck it. Go on.
You can't just derail the conversation like that and then go, never mind, go on. Anyways,
You don't get it.
back to the I must have missed something. Back to the whole fucking being messed up in the head thing, with weird addictions and things like that. Mine, well, I guess that's not an addiction though. That's a disorder, mental disorder. Typically,
nothing to do with the subject then.
yeah. Well, I mean, I guess it is. It's just all addictions are a form of mental disorder, right?
Or phobias.
Like, actually, Shane Dawson just came out with that the documentary about that girl, the one that was anorexic on YouTube. I can't remember what it's called. Like, literally just came out with it.
Oh yeah, about like 16 hours ago.
Was
Yeah,
it?
go watch this. Go to Shane Dawson. Link is in the description for Fuck Our Show.
Please don't leave. Please don't leave. We're live. Yeah, it's Eugenia Cooney. She was a YouTuber for a long time, but she was like anorexic skinny, and she ended up getting help for it. And now Shane Dawson, he always does those redemption stories or whatever.
This is Daniel Tosh.
Anyway, no, not really. I think Shane Dawson is more popular than Daniel Tosh is now.
Yeah,
Daniel Tosh is pretty popular though.
That is true.
But I wonder what he finally said that pissed off enough people, because he was saying some fucked up shit for a long
time.
Yeah. But anyways, mental disorder, I guess you can't really call that an addiction, not eating, unless you call it addiction to. I guess you really wouldn't call that an addiction either, right? Because body dysmorphia is the mental shit that's wrong with you.
Yeah, so it's like more of a disease.
Yeah, but it goes both ways. So do you have Like if you're obese, do you have an addiction to food, or do you have body dysmorphia and you just eat because you don't like the way? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the people eat their feelings away and they're depressed, so that happens too.
See, but what's fucked up is you eat because you're sad. You're sad because you're fat, and you're fat because you eat. Vicious cycle.
I like you stealing Fat Bastard's line from Austin Powers there.
It's true, though. It's fucking sad.
It is true, yeah. I mean, I got to imagine that's pretty on point.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up how that shit works. Like I guess all good jokes are rooted in truth, right?
Some sort of truth, yeah, absolutely.
All good jokes are rooted in truth.
Yep.
Why don't we get off of a sad topic and go to at least something that's sad in a funny kind of way? Like this cat lady who she has 3 jobs because she can't afford the 22 cats that she has, and she enjoys cleaning them with her tongue.
Damn, she's a fucking hardcore cat person.
Yeah, like okay, so there's like cat lady, and then there's like crazy cat lady, and then there's this fucking lady.
She's a mother.
She's a mother. I've always kind of had not an issue with people that are like, this is my child and it's a fucking animal, you know? Like I'm a dog lover and I treat my dogs really well. But at the same time, you wouldn't leave your child locked up in a crate all day while you go to work. You know what I mean?
That's why you want a dog, because you can do that. Fucking kids.
No.
But you get what I'm saying? So people that are like, oh, it's my baby. Is it really? Because are you going to treat your child like that? No. You know, are you just gonna be like to a friend, hey, can you watch my kid for 3 weeks while I go on vacation? No. You're gonna have to fucking take that kid with you.
Yeah.
You're gonna with somebody that you like would trust with your own life.
Yeah.
The comparison is completely different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not that you would leave your dog with just any friend that you don't really trust, but still, you know what I mean? There's a little more lenience there as far as, you know, who you ask to house it.
This lady takes it to a whole nother level by having 22. 22. It's not like most people have 22 children. This lady has 22 fucking cats.
They're all clean. And her tongue is furry.
She licks a lot of pussy.
Yeah.
Keeping those cats clean.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I don't know.
I would die.
Unfortunately, that is not the weirdest. So I have a list here on my screen of weird. What are they? Addictions.
Hit it up. What's the next one?
Okay, this lady has 15-inch long toenails.
Ugh.
She feels lonely because nobody wants to play with her because of her extreme nails.
Ugh.
Oh, no fucking shit. They're afraid of you cutting them and them getting a fungus or something.
That's so wrong. I mean, that goes back to your dislike of feet. I mean,
oh yeah, no. If
what the fuck?
Their toenails? Ooh.
Okay, let's put it this way. If I was at the grocery store and I had like 3 items and this was the lady in front of me, because you know she can't wear closed-toed shoes, so them fucking just hanging out all the time. If she was standing in front of me, I would be so grossed out. I would probably just leave my shit and go. Like
just
I feel
sit down right in the middle of the aisle and just walk.
The whole fucking store is contaminated with this fucking lady's crazy juice.
So you just got 75% off this brand new TV, and now I'm cool. I'm cool.
Dude, think about it. She could never sneak up on anybody. All that would happen is just click, 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 click.
It's like hearing your dog walk through the house, you know? Click, 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 click.
Yeah. It's
like, how does that not get uncomfortable?
Yeah.
I'm sure it does, but just like with anything, with any kind of addiction, it's uncomfortable one way or another, and they still, because they have to have it, you know, even when they know it's bad. I think that's what makes it an addiction, is when you know that it's bad, but you still do it.
It takes on some sense of normalcy in your life. It becomes a part of it.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Like gamblers, right?
Yeah.
They know that they're losing their ass. They know that they shouldn't go and gamble the money.
But they do it anyways.
But they do it because they need that rush of the first time that they won something, or they need that I don't know. Then they need that like payoff. Like, oh, I've lost so much money. It's time that it pays off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they keep going and they keep going and it just never works out for them. So I think that's the But what actually makes an addiction is when you know it's bad for you and you know that you shouldn't be doing it, but you still do it anyways.
Keep on
You
doing
can't
it.
help it. You can't help yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about y'all? You guys can't be perfect. You have to have some kind of fucking going screw loose.
I don't like spiders. Spiders or needles. Nope.
I feel like those are pretty common phobias.
They are.
I mean, needles are like, it's one of the most, like, because I don't like needles either. Granted, I have, piercings and stuff like that, but phobias are on a different, like when I think of a phobia, I think of something that's like debilitating, like what is that where you can't go outside? You know what phobia I'm talking about?
No. Is that agoraphobia?
Yeah, agoraphobics. Where you can't go outside because it's either social anxiety or you're just afraid of the outside world for whatever reason. You know what I mean? Agoraphobic.
Oh shit! So you never leave your house?
Yeah, now that I think is a phobia that's fucking terrifying.
Yeah,
that's super mental, bro.
Yeah, dude, imagine if you. I mean, I love being home just like anybody else, but imagine being just simply afraid to leave your house. You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, I don't understand it because I'm not agoraphobic, but still.
Like, it's that bad.
Yeah. I don't know. The whole phobia thing is I feel like it's gotten a little bit out of control. It's like pretty much anything anymore can be a phobia of some sort.
It's accepted to have something wrong with you.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It's accepted to have something wrong with you.
I don't think it's so much with phobias. I think it's more with mental disorder. I think people are labeling themselves and aren't actually being diagnosed with mental disorders.
Because they want to be something special.
And I think it started with ADHD. Mm-hmm. And now I have ADHD, and I'm not self-diagnosed with ADHD. I actually went to a doctor when I was a little kid, and I mean, like I don't even remember the first time I went to a doctor. I was that little. And they diagnosed me with ADHD, and I took the original Ritalin before they changed it. And then I was on, I forget what the other one was. Percocet. What?
Percocet.
No. You fucking linger.
No, it wasn't Percocet. It was something else. But I feel like now there's so many people that are just like, oh, my attention span doesn't last but 5 minutes. I must have ADD or ADHD. And it's like, well, no, that's not all ADD is. There's a lot to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that has become like a social norm where I just have ADD. Mm-hmm. And everybody's like, oh, yeah, me too. And it's like, are you just trying to do it to fit in, or do you actually, because there's people that actually struggle with ADD and dyslexia, and you know what I mean?
Mine's a minor case. Like, I only have like 2%, so I still have it.
Have it. Yeah. It's like, you only have 2% of an STD, but you still have it, right, bitch? Oh, well, no, that's not how that works. Oh, okay.
True.
Right?
True.
I have a short attention span, but I don't think I have ADD. I'm just fucking
fidgety.
Yeah, same here. I think I'm just fidgety.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that's what a lot of people are, because I think our bodies, as we've grown older, has gotten used to, our minds, not our bodies, to constantly having stimulus.
Cell
phones, because of computers,
video games.
There's always something to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can never just sit and like focus on what you're doing unless you have to. You know what I mean? Like I don't know about you. Even when I was in school and I was doing homework, I was watching TV or listening to music and doing 20 different things. Trying to cook dinner and fucking with my phone, all sorts of stuff while I was doing homework. And now I've realized that the last couple of like the year or two, that even me, I'm getting real bad. Like, how phones are, I don't know about you guys, but like my phone, I have a Samsung, it's water resistant or whatever. Mm-hmm. So you can take it in moist areas and it doesn't affect it. So like I'll fucking watch YouTube videos in the shower and shit. You know what I mean? Jesus. And I think about it and I'm like, man, yeah, like, so I shower every day after work, and I'm sitting there, I'll watch YouTube videos at at work in the shower, and not because I have to, but just because I feel bored if I'm not. And I'm like, man, I used to fucking shower with nothing all the time, with just some music or whatever, or nothing. And now I'm so used to showering with a video that it's weird if I don't.
So would that make you as having nomophobia?
Nomophobia.
Nomophobia is the fear of not having your cell phone.
No, because if I don't have my cell phone, it doesn't freak me out. Like if I leave it at home.
That's what somebody with nomophobia says.
Oh, is that how it is?
It's kind of like somebody who smokes that goes, I can quit at any time.
I did quit. I did quit cold turkey.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I will tell you, smoking is a bitch to quit. Anybody that smokes right now, good fucking luck. And if you don't smoke, don't start.
Don't start, yeah. Because
it's a fucking bitch. It's one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. Not the hardest. It's one of the hardest, though.
One of the hardest.
Yeah. Yeah. Not eating like a fat sack of shit is the hardest thing I've ever had to do.
I think if I was forced to go on a diet, I think I would probably have a very hard time with it because I do enjoy my junk food.
And you love to cook.
And I like to cook, yeah.
I know.
So, but I mean, there's some people that take that in stride. Like if you love to cook, they find recipes that are within their diet that they've never tried before because they've never had to.
Right.
They're like, oh, I can do this and I can do that. See, I don't like that. I like making easy stuff.
Easy Mac, microwavable popcorn.
Fucking hamburger helper.
Exactly.
Hamburger helper.
That's super bad for you.
Yeah.
What?
Hamburger helper?
No, it's not. Delicious.
It's delicious, but it's all salt and sugar and grease.
Fucking Velveeta, which is not actually a cheese. It's a fucking chemical compound.
It's a good ass chemical compound, though.
It is. It's fucking liquid gold. But
shit. Damn it.
You having technical difficulties over there, Jaro?
With my life, yes.
With my life. So.
God damn.
Yeah, people are addicted to technology nowadays, dude.
God damn. Yeah, I feel like a lot of the world struggles with nomophobia.
Yeah.
There are so many people that are just constantly glued to their cell phone. They've got to have some kind of disorder, phobia of some sorts of not having it. They have to have that stimulation.
Well, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that have that now, but I don't think it's I don't think it's a phobia for most people. I think most people, it's more of a boredom thing. Like they don't want to be bored and they don't want that social interaction. Like, I don't know about you, but like, let's say I've never been to a place, right? I've never been to this place. I'm meeting somebody there, or it's the first time I'm going to this type of, like if I go to a restaurant or something, it's not a big deal. But if I go like somewhere where I've never been, I don't know the procedure, like I'm starting a new hobby or something, because I tend to do that. I've never been in this type of place. The first thing I do when I get there, if the person that I'm meeting is not there or whatever, I pull out my phone.
Yeah, it's a comfort thing. It's a comfort thing. Yep.
I think that's what it is for most people, right? It's the familiarity of having something in your hand that is.
We'll take your attention away from all the stress and whatnot. And
yeah, it's like an escape.
Right.
You know what
escape
I mean? It's just, well, like, see there, I feel like when we did the escape room, right? We couldn't use our phones because it's technically cheating. I didn't have a one time where I wanted to pull my phone out and look at it, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like somebody that has that phobia would have had, like, at the very least, they would have been walking around with their phone like this in their hand the whole time. And none of us were doing that. Granted, we all use our phones. Like, I noticed even when we were just sitting in the living room, we hadn't seen each other in a year. We were in the living room, and there were times where we were all on our phones. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that's just a normal thing nowadays. Not normal in a good way, but a normal thing nowadays. That
it's accepted nowadays, like, as socially acceptable.
Mm-hmm. To ignore somebody because you're on your phone. And I think it's, like, I've noticed it with me and Alyssa. There's been times where we've gone to dinner, we haven't seen each other in a couple of days, and we're on our phones, and then I have to, like, consciously think, fucking put your phone down and have a conversation with the person in front of you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's such a habit that you don't even think about it. Same when I go to, like, my coworkers. Yeah. You know, it's just an easy way to kill time. and it's a familiar thing.
Yeah, that is kind of
technology goes down, everybody's fucked, dude.
Yeah,
like you need to have a skill, like a real life skill to do shit. Like if shit goes down, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I gotta interact with strangers. Ah!
I think if technology were to change and it would be like we wouldn't have cell phones anymore and things like that. Like let's say just something happening tomorrow, every cell phone on the face of the earth fucking died. Like Y2K was fucking 19 years later, whatever, right? Everything fucking shut down. I think people would be able to cope. You know what I mean? I think it would be fucking horrifying for a little while, especially for people that weren't born. Like I don't know about you guys.
Like the newer generation.
Like I have basic skills that I could navigate and figure shit out.
Yeah.
From back when I was a kid, before we had cell phones. Like I know how to use the phone book. I know how to read a map. I can look shit up manually if I need to. I know how to go to a library and fucking, you know what I mean? There's a lot of people that are younger, and I'm not trying to dog on a younger generation. I'm just saying they're younger and they don't have that skill set, like because they've never had to use it. You know,
they were introduced to it.
They also don't have. Exactly. You know, I also feel like they don't have as like critical thinking skills are the same as developed because if they ever needed an answer to something, every ounce of knowledge that's on the internet is available at your fingertips. Yeah. Think about that.
Yeah.
They've never actually had to think about something and like have a conversation about it or try to figure it out without them just being able to, let me put it in Google real quick. You know what I mean?
Well, we've also come into the problem in the last few years where you don't know what's right. You know, you don't know if the information that you're getting off the internet is correct.
You believe everything off the internet.
It used to be you had to actually go into a book and look it up, and that was something somebody wrote. So I mean, that went through filters and
so the facts should be good.
Shit like that. Yeah, the information was good. Nowadays, it's not. You don't know.
Blog, this is what I believe in, and this is the truth.
People go and edit Wikipedia pages, so you don't even know the info you're getting off of Wikipedia is actual.
Yeah, and a lot of people think that Wikipedia is the end all be all.
Yeah,
and a lot of people don't understand how wikis work. Where it's basically just a what's it called? Like a compendium. I don't even think that's the right word. Like of knowledge. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's all of these people that know a little bit about it to put it together a full, basically article or a full synopsis on what they're talking about. Yeah, anybody can go in there and edit a Wikipedia page.
Yeah.
Granted, Wikipedia is big enough now where they have people that go through and search to, they read through stuff just to make sure that, that is, mostly true. There's a consensus on that. Not
they're trying to be more credible now, huh?
Exactly. You know what I mean? But still, there's always, it's not the same as a encyclopedia or like a published work that's been researched. But even then, think about it like
how do you know?
Well, no, like let's say you author a book on something, right? And you've done all this research. Your research could still be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You authored it, it'd been edited and stuff. Unless it's been peer reviewed, because even then, you have experts, and that's how the scientific world works is doing things. But if you just pick up a book by somebody on something, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's 100% true.
Yeah.
It's being able to find the correct information. And I think that's where the internet is bad because it literally bombards you with thousands and thousands and thousands of articles and pages of you that most people just look at what's the number one hit. Oh, that must be the truth.
Yeah, exactly.
And then people don't even read the full article nowadays. They'll read a headline and go with it.
Yeah.
Which is really scary when you have people that only read headlines and think they know the whole story off a headline. That's dangerous.
Yep.
It's real dangerous.
Yes, it is. Yep. Claim themselves to be an expert based on a headline.
Yeah.
I know everything.
Is there a fear of stupid people? Because I feel like I have that.
Let's find out.
Yes.
Fear of stupidity. Glossophobia.
Glossophobia is stupid.
I don't feel like that's a real thing, but it's fucking hilarious. Glossophobia. Let's see.
Morophobia. Morophobia is the fear of stupidity.
See, and here I put in fear of stupidity, and it came up Demassophobia. Yeah, but
Damascus.
Demisius. Oh, I feel like this one everybody had. I think this one's not really a phobia. It would just be normal thinking. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's pistanthrophobia.
Pistachiophobia? A fear of pistachios.
They're everywhere.
God damn it.
Imagine going to a museum. If you have that fear, that would suck.
The what?
Going to a museum?
Mm-mm.
No.
What do you mean?
You said the fear of statues, right? Or did I hear that completely wrong?
Yeah.
You heard completely wrong.
Oh, my bad. Never mind.
I said fear of pistachios.
Oh, pistachios.
Pistachios.
Okay. I heard fear of statues, and I was like, that's kind of a weird phobia.
Probably because it looks real and freaks them out.
I would imagine it's a real thing.
Yeah. Imagine running into one of those people that acts like a statue in New York City and then fucking moves. You'd fucking ruin somebody's life if they had that fear. They would literally shit themselves on this fucking sidewalk.
Heart attack and shit.
No. But this one that I'm talking about, pistanthrophobia, is the fear of trusting people due to bad experiences with prior lovers.
AKA trust issues.
Trust issues.
Yeah. I feel like that in itself is
Yep.
I have that.
rampant. Oh yeah.
I think everybody got a little bit of that.
I think if you've ever been cheated on in a relationship, you have it. Like, there's no way you can't have it. If you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
unless you're heartless and you kill everybody you meet.
But I feel like if you're heartless after that happened to you, it's because you're trying to protect yourself, which in that means that you have a problem trusting those people.
So you push people away, shit like that.
Yeah. Exactly. But I feel there has to be a fear for like everything.
Yep. I think my favorite one I came across is sesquipedalophobia.
What? Sasquatch?
Sesquipedal. I don't know. It's the fear of long words.
Oh, that's fucked up. It's a long word in itself.
And you know what it is? There's two different ones. There's the sesquipedalophobia, and then there's hippopotamonstrosis sesquipedalophobia. That's the fear of really long words. How fucked is that?
I feel like the people that named these were like, let's fuck with these people.
It's fucking for real, dude.
Exactly. And when they go to the therapist and they go, what's wrong with you? Be like, I'm afraid of long words. Oh, you have, and then they fucking say that long ass word, and they stop it.
All you hear is just like this long fucking shrill shriek throughout the whole doctor's office.
Okay, now that leads me to another question. Are they afraid of saying the word or hearing the word or seeing the word?
I would imagine it's a little bit of everything.
I guess that's true, yeah.
Are they supercalifragilisticexpialidocious?
Oh, Mary Poppins must be a bitch. They must be like, fuck that movie.
Yeah. Who wants to watch The Sound of Music?
Well, okay, now what would constitute a long word? 10, 12 letters? 15 letters?
Is anything more than
or is it the syllables? There's too much syllables? Like, how does it,
Yeah, like how do you constitute a long letter, or a long word?
I would imagine it would have to do with the syllables, I would imagine.
If you have to take a second breath saying the damn words, it's too long.
Yeah.
Like what is it that pneumano ultra hyperscopic silicovolcaniconiosis? I think that's like the longest word in the English language.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's another word for apple.
Yeah. This was one of my 5th grade vocabulary words. That's why I know it, because I had an asshole for a fucking teacher. We had to learn how to spell it, we had to learn how to say it, and we had to define it. That's
why you have trust issues. It's not relationships, it's fucking shitty teachers that make you do things like that.
Okay, it's I'm gonna read it out to you. This is one word. It's pneumono-ultramicroscopic silicovolcaniconiosis. Okay? It's like 40-something characters long. It's the longest word in the English dictionary. It's 45 letters.
Jesus.
Let me count them. 1, 2.
Making for riveting podcast material here. Efren counting the letters in.
I got something for Efren. I sent it to you guys.
45 letters. Yeah, it's 45 letters in one fucking word.
Jesus.
This is for Efren.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Oh, you're so disgusting. For those of you this is what Jaro just sent me. Because he is a nasty motherfucker.
That is fucking disgusting.
And for our audio listeners, it's a video of his dog licking his feet. Yeah. Gross.
Does that bother you?
Yeah, I don't like feet.
Yeah, it bothers me.
And now I don't like your dog.
There's
I like your
nothing
dog.
okay with that.
Well, next time I'll put peanut butter on it.
Oh, okay. Now we know what you do in your spare time.
No, I can't waste. I love peanut butter too much. I would never waste it.
And,
That's a sin.
well, I think maybe Efren's got a case of neophobia.
What the fuck is neophobia?
Being a little
Either
bitch.
trying new things or having new experiences.
Okay, that's not true. I like to travel. So that's not true.
I know you do.
No, he just bought a fucking RC car.
Yeah, I did just buy an RC car. Shh. People aren't supposed to know that I spend my money on frivolous things like an RC car.
We're adults. Every adult spends money on frivolous things, I feel like.
Yeah, like food.
Who needs that?
It's ridiculous how much money people spend on food. Like, legit. Yeah. I get it. We need it to survive, but god damn, we spend too much money on fucking food.
I should have invested in stocks and food.
Yeah.
Ugh.
You can't just buy stocks in food.
I know.
I was like, yeah, and then I was like, wait a minute, you can't just fucking buy stocks in food. That doesn't make any sense. Anyways, moving on.
Moving on up
to the east side. What's another one, Cody? Throw another phobia out at us.
This is one of my favorite ones. Allophobia.
Fear of aloe vera?
Nope.
Fear of olives? Martinis. Fear of martinis.
It's a fear of flutes.
There's nothing to do with flutes.
Stay the fuck away from band camp, people.
Holy shit.
Ooh.
You get one shot in your ass and you're afraid of it forever.
Whew. No kidding. Remember that lady that we watched that queefed like 90 times in a minute? I bet she could have some fun at band camp with a flute.
I bet you she can. Although, she might get the flute a little bit too moist.
I hope she cleans it before she puts it back in the case.
She's gonna leave it so the next person that busts it out is like, why does it smell weird?
Like hella in it and shit. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, so our number one commenter, Kat, says triskaidekaphobia is the fear of semicolons.
Whoa, you imagine?
You'd never be able to read anything. There's fucking stuff.
No, I'm pretty sure that's not what that says.
What does it say?
It says that's a semi-common fear, not a fear of semicolons.
Fucking retard. I have a fear of pronouncing things correctly, all right?
Holy shit, he's got a fear of reading too, apparently. Holy shit.
Let's see. Look up. I'm looking it up right now. Let's see what this phobia is of. My old boss said something about band camp once. I played bass clarinet. Try sticking that in your pussy.
Ooh.
I don't know. But if I know Kat, she might have tried it.
Ooh.
Ew.
Ooh. Okay.
Fucking tuba.
A fucking tuba?
Fucking tuba. Tuba.
Oh, it's a fear of number 13.
There's another one that goes along with that. That's the fear of the number 666.
Hey, yo, our Lord and Savior, Lucifer.
Yeah. My personal fear is not the number 667 because it's the neighbor of the beast.
Oh god, and he's an asshole.
I feel like the neighbor of the beast is just that really annoying white guy that's out there every morning. That's like, "Hey Jim, how you doing?" That's way too fucking nice. That's the neighbor of the beast right there.
His lawn looks fucking fantastic. Oh shit, that's me. Fuck.
Just makes you look like fucking like an asshole because you don't have your life as together as him. You know, he's like successful. He's like a successful realtor. Has a semi-hot wife. She's not too hot to make it out of his league, but she's not an uggo either. He's got that one dog that's really nice and well behaved. Got those 2 kids. They're both on the honor roll, and one's a fucking Boy Scout. The other one's like the head swimmer or the head cheerleader or some bullshit like that. That's the motherfucker that's 6'7", all right?
God damn, you've put some thought into this one. Shit.
No, I'm just good at rambling shit off the top of my head. That's what happens. That's what happens when you can't have one cohesive thought because they all just kind of jumble up, and you have to learn how to organize them in your brain and then spit them out at the same time. But then, in 5 minutes, ask me to do that again. It'll be completely different.
If you're good at spitting things out, then you definitely don't have phagophobia.
Fear of spitting out cum?
No.
No.
Try again.
Spitting things out.
Fear of rapping.
Fear of vomiting.
No. Phagophobia is the fear of swallowing.
Oh.
Juggalos!
Fear of juggalos. The fear of swallowing?
The fear of swallowing.
So do those people just die?
Yeah, apparently.
Or they must have what is it? IV fluids? No,
fucking enemas.
They don't swallow, they chug.
Technically, they must have enemas because enemas are not swallowing.
No, how do they feed you at the hospital when you can't eat with your? They put it through your nose. What's it called?
IV.
No, that's through your veins. That's intravenously. When it goes through your nose and into your stomach, I forget what it's called. I think it's not a central line. Either way,
the feeding
I
tube.
forget what it's called. Yeah, it's basically a feeding tube, but it has a medical name, and I can't remember what the fuck it is, and it's pissing me off.
Phagophobia.
The medical name for a feeding tube is a G tube.
Hey,
feeding tube.
The gangsta tube.
Find that G tube. The elusive G tube.
That's what it says. I feel like that's not right. A gastric feeding tube, I guess, is
Okay.
whatever. Yeah, that doesn't seem right, but whatever. I'm not a doctor or anything. I'm kind of dumb. Okay, this is another one. Come on, this is fun. I like trying to guess all these fucking strange.
This is a good one. Pagonophobia.
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 Fear of Patagonia.
No, that's a good one though. I like that.
Pagodophobia. Say it again.
Pagonophobia. It's something we all have to an extent. All 3 of us.
Is it fear of dicks?
No. That's a good guess though.
I don't know. Fear of pagonophobia. I don't know. I get it. I don't know.
What is it?
A fear of beards.
I don't have a fear of a beard.
What the fuck?
It's a fear of beards.
Okay, that I can see that. People must be in hell that have that right now because the whole beard and facial thing is in right now.
Really,
so more and more guys are just letting their facial hair grow out. They must be freaking the fuck out whenever they go out.
And they must have palatophobia.
Palatophobia?
Well, some people would have palatophobia.
Fear of pulling out? Is that what that is?
No. No. It's the fear of bald people.
Huh.
How do they come up with these names?
I don't know.
Why can't it
nothing to do with it?
Baldophobia.
Yeah,
is that,
I mean, really,
was that already taken? And
yeah.
By what? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Baldophobia.
Some of these are just fucking stupid. Now I know we all have this one because what do you do when you see a yellow light?
You speed.
Yeah, exactly. So I think we all have urethrophobia, which is a fear of red lights.
Fear of red lights.
Fear of red lights.
I think just anybody that has a driver's license has that because, it's ingrained into your brain that you can't fucking
blow through it. Just blow through it.
Oh yeah.
That's what everybody around here does. Just blow right through the damn thing.
Yep.
Through something, all right.
Allodoxophobia.
What's a fear of docs?
No. Fear of dachshunds.
Allodoxophobia?
Trypophobia?
This is one I think I might just say I've got, and I'll just have some fun with it for a little while.
Okay, go for it.
It's a fear of other people's opinions. When somebody starts giving me their opinion, I just start screaming.
Hey, look up trypophobia.
Trypophobia?
Yeah.
Phobia.
TRYPO phobia. Look at the pictures. Does that bother you?
TRYPO?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I've seen this. Those don't bother me.
I know. It bothers some people. Does it bother you? Yeah. It bothers Tiffany. Hey, check out these pictures.
Okay, so for people that don't know what it is, or our audio listeners, not that we're showing it. It's the little circles, little holes, kind of like a honeycomb, but on anything. It's the fear of that sight, like the.
Imagine on your skin, like your pores just grow.
Yeah.
Yep.
An aversion to the sight of irregular patterns or clusters of small holes or bumps. It is not officially recognized as a mental disorder. It's not officially recognized. That means it's not real. People are not real. Tiffany, she's not real.
Nope, it's the Matrix. I've been dating a robot.
That means you would have robophobia.
I like to fuck robots?
Hell yeah.
It's a fear of robots and AI.
If you force a robot by programming to have sex with you, is that rape?
No, because you have consent.
No, because the robot didn't give you consent. You made the robot give you consent.
Program.
Exactly.
That'd be the same as holding a gun to a person's head and saying, "Say yes that I can fuck you." They're just afraid of their life, so they might say yes. That's still rape. So if you program a robot to say yes to fucking you, could that be rape?
Unless you give it the option to say no. It'll just randomize it. It's like, fuck, not today. God damn it. I'm going to rape you anyway.
But then if you know that it's randomized, you could just be like, can I have sex with you now? No. Can I have sex with you now? No. Can I have sex with you now?
Yeah.
Yes. All right. And then you just wait for the yes and fucking climb on.
You only get to ask once a day.
That's still kind of rapey.
Yeah, that's pretty
You're
cool.
not going to put in your basement. Same shit. What?
Lock her up in your basement. It puts lotion on its skin. It puts the lube on his joints, or it gets the hose again. That doesn't work as well.
No.
But it's a robot, so it wouldn't have skin to lotion.
What the fuck is that god-awful noise?
What god awful noise?
Makes my pussy quiver.
Makes my pussy quiver.
You must have ADHD because you can't sit still. You gotta keep fidgeting with things.
That's what we all say to you.
I know. I don't know why I can't steal it. What the fuck I'm doing right now?
So Kat put something interesting. She put, if he's dating her, ... Well, I take that back. He might be scared of her.
Have you seen that robot that's supposed to have that the AI thing that?
Yeah. It has like it recognizes your face and moves its own.
Will Smith talk to it?
Yeah, it's terrifying, but it's kind of like I'm afraid of AI because I feel like they can learn so much faster than humans can that they would be able to reach our intelligence and then surpass it and then
in a week
fuck with our shit. You know what I mean? And
overthrow human society.
Yeah. So I feel like that not like an apocalypse, like overthrow the society. I just think that the capabilities that they would be able to do would be terrifying.
Yeah, that's why human time travel doesn't exist, because we died before we can get to it. Because the robots killed us all. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I went somewhere else.
Okay. Do you also think that that the Obamas and the Clintons were after 9/11 or weird shit like that? I have a coworker that says crazy shit like that all the time.
Oh, that's where I was from. Yeah, you're fucking that one guy.
Dude, he says shit like fucking McDonald's serves you baby meat and shit like that. all the time.
Cool. That's very expensive. Baby meat is very expensive on the black market. Come on.
And I know on the black, and I know where I know where he gets all these crazy shit from. He watches too many of those YouTube conspiracies, and it just freaks me.
You go down that rabbit hole, huh?
Yeah.
I've got a fucking conspiracy that fucking YouTube is fucking corrupting everyone's minds.
With the advertisement, 2 of them every time.
2 of them.
Fuck, man.
I fucking hate that YouTube. Just so you know, 2 ads. It used to be bad enough when we had the 1, but you could skip it after 5 seconds. Now you have to sit through a full ad, and then you have to sit through the one you could skip through for 5 seconds. Yep. Fuck you, YouTube.
Fucking bullshit.
Fuck you.
Well, that's when there's like in the middle of your thing, because then you can potentially skip it or skip ahead.
Yeah. See, what I hate too is like sometimes I'll be watching YouTube on my phone and I accidentally click the wrong video, and then it like plays through the fucking.
You let it back out or anything or change it?
Yeah, and then you like once it finishes, you go to what you were actually, and it makes you watch another goddamn one. I hate that.
Yep.
Yeah, Kat, we were talking about the baby meat thing last week. Leave me alone. We have limited mind space.
We're a bunch of ADD motherfuckers.
She put I'm having deja vu. Weren't you talking about baby meat thing last week? Yes, we were.
I think we've talked about the baby meat thing several times.
Yeah. Okay, what's something else crazy he said recently? I can't think of anything off the top of my head that was like really bad, really far-fetched. We did have an argument over racism the other day. I don't know if we should get into that because he was saying he's not racist, right? He's like, I'm not racist. But then later on, he said that that he was doing work for a Middle Eastern dude, and that he charged him up front because of the way that those people are. And I was like, that's racist. And he goes, that's not racist. That's just business. And I go, no, the fact that you're treating him differently because of the type of, quote unquote, the type of person he is racist. He goes, no, that's just business.
That's racial profiling is what that is.
And I go, what if you walked into a restaurant and they said, oh, you're Mexican, you have to sit in the back where nobody could see you? He's like, well, that's racist. And I go, it's the same shit. Yeah. And I go, with your logic, that's just business because they don't, people don't want to see your face up there. He goes, no, that's racist. They're treating me different. And I go, you're treating that dude different? He's like, no, I'm just getting the money up front so he doesn't fuck me. And I go, because of his race, not because he fucked you in the past, but because of the type of person he is. That is literally the definition of racism. And we had this big old back and forth about it.
He's a racist denial.
He's just an old guy that's set in his ways that don't give a fuck. Like, you can ask him, he could be like, what do you think about this? He'd be like, I don't give a fuck. It's just
everybody's racist in some way, shape, or form.
I think so. I believe that.
I'm not racist. You're a little bit of racist.
Because even if you're quote unquote not racist, right? But you treat
someone nice.
If you try to like overcompensate to not be racist, it's not a bad form of racism, but it's not a good form of racism either. I mean, I don't think there is a good form of racism. Let me rephrase that before people get all fucking.
POWs are coming in.
Yeah, right. It's one of those things where it's like, no matter which way you go, one way or the other, it could be taken badly. You know what I mean? So.
You just need to start judging people by their class. Oh, fucking poor or rich people. That's it.
Oh yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
No,
yeah, let's all go back to a class system. That'll be awesome. We'll all be fucked.
Yep.
I'm Poe, so I'd be fucked.
I think technically we all Poe.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that video of? It was like explaining to people how privilege works. Not white privilege, like just privilege in general, right? So being born into a family that has money, being born into like a family that doesn't have drug problems, being born white, being born Asian, all these different things that people can see as an advantage, and then like people are they say, well, this is an advantage. We all started the same, right? So basically, the experiment was they had all these people line up, right, and they said whoever can race to the finish line and come out first gets this $200. Right? That seems fair, right? It's just the fastest person gets the $200. Well, then he goes, but first, if your parents paid for your college and you didn't have to work while you went to college, take 2 steps forward, right? So all the people that didn't have to work through college took the 2 steps forward. Now, here's another one. For all those people that were were given a car on their 16th birthday, and they didn't have to, they didn't have to save up for it or whatever. Take 2 steps forward, just like things like that, like little things that might just help you along the way. Like did your parents provide you with this person? Were you accepted into this type of college for this reason? And by the end of it, there were people that were like 10 feet from the finish line, and then there were people that were still way back here 100 yards from the finish line. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, now who has the advantage? The person that's 10 feet from the finish line, because they had all these little advantages that helped them get to where they were at. It was just a really cool way of seeing that. I'll link that in the description later. So for all
privilege.
Yeah. It's just it was kind of a cool social experiment, because a lot of people don't think about things like that,
Yeah.
Like they also had questions that weren't just about money, like were you raised in a 2-parent household? Were you an orphan? Were you adopted? Were you not adopted? Were all these little things? Did you have brothers and sisters that you had to watch after?
Were you conceived in a test tube? Just go straight to the front. Ask go, collect $200.
Right. So, but it was one of those deals where it was like things you don't think about normally. You don't think about it a certain way, and it makes you open your eyes. I love social experiments that are like that.
You would like to have your kids have those opportunities, though.
That what?
You would like to have your kids have those opportunities,
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
But I also want my children to have some kind of sense of responsibility over things, because the majority of the people that I see that are given cars, are given, have their college paid for by their parents, take no fucking pride in what they do.
I could see that. And
the car gets fucking wrecked. They drop out of college at some point, or they get a fucking degree that's completely meaningless and do nothing with it.
They don't appreciate what they had.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
And I feel the same way. I've always said, so with me, I think in cars and stuff just because of my personality. And I've always said that, like, when I have kids, their first car isn't going to be like a brand new truck or anything like that. Like I see a bunch of kids, they drive around brand new fucking F-350s or a brand new, Chevy Silverado, something like that. My kid's going to be driving that rusted old beat up piece of shit, because inevitably they're going to do something stupid and hit somebody or hit the car on something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't want them to not that it's not the money aspect. That's a little bit of it, but I don't want them to feel like, oh, it was just nothing. You know what I mean? I'm also going to try to make them work for their car. Like,
if you get something nicer, they'll appreciate it too.
Yeah. Like when they come and they say, "Oh, I want a car for my 16th birthday," I'll be like, "Well, how much money have you saved?" And I'm going to make them save for the money, but I'm going to help them. I'm going to be like, "Okay, you saved up $1,000. All right, let's go get you a $2,000 car. I'll throw in $1,000 of my own money, and let's get you something good." And then I'm going to teach them how to change their oil, how to rotate a tire, how to do this, little basic maintenance. They don't have to be a mechanic like me. But
you gotta have the basic knowledge of how to service something,
Exactly. How to take care of it. Because I feel like when you do it yourself and you see the amount of work that it takes just to maintain something, it gives you a sense of not only accomplishment, but it also gives you that sense of, if I fuck this up for whatever reason, it's gonna be a pain in the ass to get another one. Or, I'm just wasting all this time, I'm wasting all this money, It gives them a little sense of realism, without actually just throwing them to the wolves and being like, fuck, it sucks to be you,
No kidding.
You know what I mean? So, I don't know. That's just my theory. Everybody's different when it comes to shit like that, Yep. There's some people that are like, oh, you just let your kid do whatever the fuck they want. Or, no, I gotta coddle them. I gotta make sure that everything's perfect for them. No,
because you're setting up for failure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The perfect world.
Like I've seen it in families where the kids are, one of them is 26 or 27, the other one is 24, 25. They're both still living at their mom or dad's house.
Yeah.
Neither of them really have a job or have ever had a job. And if they did, it was for like a week or two. They're going to school, and they're just not really doing anything with their life, Yeah. And it bugs me, but then at the end of the day, you're like, well, it's their life.
Right.
If they're happy with that life and their parents are, that's their deal.
Yeah, they're content with their lifestyle at the moment. So it's like,
Yeah. But what sucks is that you think, not sucks, but like for me, I'm always like, well, I've never been like that.
yeah, I want to thrive.
Yeah, when I moved to Phoenix, I was, I think 19. Yeah, I was 19. I moved out of my mom's house, and I got a job. I had a job. I have had a job since I was 14 years old. You know, the longest I've ever been without a job was the 2 weeks between the Phoenix and Dallas.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not saying everybody has to work their whole lives, you know, because I wish I wouldn't have gotten a job till I was 17 or 18. Just kind of enjoyed my childhood or whatever longer.
Right.
Anyways, you know, I moved out of my mom's house. That was that. I moved out, and I didn't ever really call her and say, hey, I need this or I need that. You know, like I wasn't expecting her to do anything. I didn't expect her to pay my rent. That's, you know, I paid my own rent. I paid my own way to and from school. I mean, you guys saw when I didn't have a car for 6 months, I found somebody, I gave him gas money to take me to and from school. You know what I mean? I made it work.
Being responsible.
Just like you guys did. We all moved away from home to go to school to make something of ourselves. You know,
I think that should be an important part of, you know, people going to college. I think that ought to be part of one of the experiences. Just get them out of the comfort zone.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You know, at a decently young age, still when they've got a little bit of malleability to their minds, get them out of their comfort zone, put them somewhere where there's other ethnicities, where there's other thought processes going on, you know.
Exactly. Yeah.
I feel like so many people get stuck into their own little ways because their parents, you know, think one way or politically lean one way, or, you know.
Oh yeah. Oh, and then they grow up not knowing any better.
Any different.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or any different, not better, but any different. Yeah, that's true. I mean, that hits the nail on the head, really. Like I told I have a cousin who I treat like a little brother, right? He's a junior in high school. He's gonna start his senior year here soon. And I told him, I said, do not go to school in El Paso, because there's a university in El Paso. I made that mistake. I went there for 2 years. It's too easy to just stay home. It's too easy to just hang out with family. Go somewhere where you're forced to interact with people. Go somewhere where you're forced to succeed.
Yeah.
You know, where if you don't succeed, you will literally lose your housing. If you fail your classes, you will get kicked out of the student housing. You will lose if you have, you know, funding for whatever, scholarships, whatever, you're going to lose it. You know, it's the first time that you're really essentially forced to do well in school, right? And then figure out what you want to do by trying different things, talking to different people, meeting different people, you know, and not being forced to live the same life you have been living. You know what I mean? Don't let that stuff back home hold you back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's not for everybody. Don't get me wrong. Not everybody should leave. But I think that's an important part of growing up and actually realizing that life is a bitch and it's going to kick you in the nuts every chance it gets.
Yep.
You know? Because let's be real. That's all, you know, life is a bitch. It's going to kick you in the nuts every chance it gets. You might save up for a car, be this close to getting that car, and then something happens and, you know,
All gone.
Yeah. You know, you never know. So it's one of those things where I think that moving away for college isn't just a luxury thing. Like, oh yeah, you get to party, you get to come home whenever you want, all that shit. No, I think it's a good life learning thing.
Yes.
You learn how to be independent.
Yep.
I think that's a really good thing. You know, I like me. I wish I would have gone to a traditional university right out of high school instead of I went to UTEP in El Paso for 2 years, and I didn't do well. It wasn't until I moved away and it was like, I need to get my ass in gear, that I did well in school.
Mm-hmm.
And I graduated with almost a 4.0 GPA. I had, you know, SOCs. I had, you know, all sorts of shit, like, you know, all the accolades you can fucking get at UTI. Not all of them, but I had a bunch of them.
You didn't have perfect attendance.
I did not have perfect attendance. I was bad when it came to attendance. Hey, but it worked out. I mean, I'm not saying I'm a great mechanic, but I'm a fairly decent mechanic now. You know?
Competent.
Yes, I'm a competent. Yeah. Or I should say technician.
There you go. There you go. Put some pride, damn it.
But I mean, you guys get what I'm saying. I'm sure our listeners do too. If they stuck around this far, you know, they get what we're kind of trying to say is that life is one of those things that that'll kick you in the nuts, but it's a good way to get out there. Moving away from family is one of the hardest things I've had to do, and I think also at the same time one of the best things I've ever done.
Yeah.
You know, not that moving away from family is anything I ever want to do or anybody to do. I think it's a good learning experience. It's a good way to learn what's going on.
Yep.
So.
INDEPEN.
What do you think? You guys think that's a good place to end it, or you guys got something else you want to talk about?
I think I have a fear of ending things. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
He can never do it.
full circle.
It doesn't help that Jaro looks bored as fuck.
No? I'm looking bored, dude.
It looked like you were about to take a nap a little while ago.
Oh, no.
All we hear is Jaro leaning over on his microphone.
Damn, these guys never shut the fuck up. What are you talking for?
Right? Oh my God, we're on a podcast. Why on earth would we be talking?
So annoying.
Nobody wants to just watch us sit here and stare at one another through a webcam. That would be extremely uncomfortable.
Yeah, with no lotion.
I feel like that would be somebody's fetish or fear.
Yeah.
Why are they just sitting there? What the fuck?
But you have to stare intently into the camera. And then the key is you have to do it and not move. But then at some point you move just a little bit so that they know that it's not just a still image. Exactly. So
Either that or we have a 2-hour-long stare down through the webcam.
First one to blink has to commit suicide.
And yikes.
That's fucked up. Well, is that like a form of Russian roulette?
I know, right? Great, we started a trend.
No.
Podcast roulette.
That's fucked up. Because with the way that people are nowadays, that might actually be a thing.
Yeah. All right, fine. You gotta hit yourself in the genitals. There you go.
Okay, there you go. Something that's not deadly, because there's already been too many things that are deadly, like fucking
Tide Pods.
Tide Pods. All these are dumb. Okay, I'm from Texas, and the trend of fucking licking Bluebell ice cream was dumb. The fucking chick that started that is dumb.
Oh yeah, dude, what the fuck?
I think we talked about that on one podcast, but if we haven't, that bitch is dumb.
Yeah.
If I see someone, you almost sucked them around their fucking cocksucker. Get the fuck out of here.
Did I send you guys that it was like a little infographic thing, and it was a picture of Bluebell with those tub sealing like machines or whatever to seal the ice cream tubs. Right? And it was like one dumbass little bitch is causing Bluebell to need to have these machines in all of their plants and put these plastic toppers on all of their fucking ice cream.
Yeah.
Which then is gonna trickle down. The cost is gonna go up. You know, the cost is gonna trickle down to us.
People are gonna die because all the plastic.
The normal fucking people, it's gonna increase production in plastic. It's gonna increase the cost of the ice cream.
Milk prices are gonna skyrocket. Jesus Christ!
All because some little ignorant little
bitch
fucking thought it was funny to go, and then other people were like, "Oh yeah, that's funny."
Yeah, no.
Grown-ass people too.
Yeah, fucking that one dude that took like whole handfuls of ice cream and shit. Fuck.
People are fucking dumb.
Oh.
Or what was it? There was that one dude that he took a swig of mouthwash, spit back into it, and put it on the shelf. Oh man.
Yep.
This
is why people have trust issues.
This is why people are afraid of going out. This is why people are afraid of leaving the house. Because of ignorance like that.
Ignorant motherfuckers.
Anyways,
Motherfucker.
we've gone full circle.
That's enough of our bullshit for this week.
Join us next week for
R.I.P. people with headphones.
even more bullshit next week. Be sure to follow us on Facefuck, Instajams, Twatter, and YouBoobs. Give us a like, a thumbs up, subscribe. Please, we need the money.
And hit that bell icon.
Hit that bell icon.
Share it with all your friends. All right, Jaro, sing us out one more time.
Bye.